What's up everybody? If you that don't know me, my name is Chris, aka Mr. Grow It. Last week I attended MJBizCon, which is the largest business-to-business conference in the world. They also had an expo with over 1,300 booths. Just about all of the major cannabis companies are at this event, and many of those companies unveiled their newest products. I personally was most excited to see the new grow lights that are coming out next year. I stopped by nearly all the booths that had grow lights and asked them what they had upcoming for 2020. Here's what I found out. First up, BIOS Icarus Ti2. This LED grow light was just released at the event. It's listed for greenhouse use and it pulls 685 watts from the wall. It comes in at 2.55 micromoles per joule efficacy and has a ppf output of 1750 micromoles per second. I have very limited information about these grow lights. I'll show what I have on the screen, including spec sheets like this. We have a lot of grow lights to go over in this video, so I'm not going to go over all the specs, but I will provide a link to these grow lights in the description section below so you can learn more. Next up is the NextLight Plus. This grow light was also just released at the event and is another light that is for greenhouse application. Like I just mentioned, there's very little information being released on some of the lights in this video. All I got from NextLight for this light was this one-sided sheet with a few specs. I asked one of the representatives at NextLight if there's going to be anything else coming out in 2020. The gentleman said they may be working on something, but that's all that can be said. Looks like we'll just have to wait and see. Science LED unveiled their newest grow light coming out next year. This grow light is called the Dragon Alpha. It pulls 600 watts from the wall and has a flowering coverage area of 5 feet by 3.5 feet. Efficacy is 2.47 micromoles per joule and ppf is 1482 micromoles per second. There are 4 color channels that you can adjust for spectrum tuning. This grow light has a tentative release date of May 2020. For those of you HID growers, IHorLux has a new 1000 watt DE ceramic HPS. This particular DE ceramic HPS emits IHorLux's exclusive spectrum, which is a heavy red spectrum. They have a 600 watt version as well, which is already released, and the 1000 watt will be released in April. They also have 2 new LED grow lights, the 450 EVS and the 700 ES. I didn't get any video footage of these grow lights, but I will show the spec sheet on the screen right now. Both of these grow lights have a February tentative release date. Spectrum King LED has the Low Pro Veg and Low Pro Flower LED grow lights. Brendan over at Spectrum King mentioned that these grow lights are on back order and that they aren't even listed on their website. However, I just checked their website and it looks like they now are listed. If I remember correctly, he said there were some upgrades to these lights. He also mentioned that there will be a 403, which will replace the 402. This is the 402 on the screen right now, and a 603, which will replace the 602. This here is the 602. Both of the new grow lights are being worked on and are scheduled to release sometime in Q2 next year. Growers Choice announced their new ROI E420 LED grow light. This grow light has a flowering coverage area of 3.5 feet by 3.5 feet. When comparing to the ROI E680, the E420 has a higher efficiency, a different look, UV, more protection on the LEDs, and it also has Wi-Fi capability. A little birdie in my ear also mentioned to me that there is a ROI E720 in the works. Unfortunately, I don't have any other information on the E720. They didn't have the E420 or E720 at the event. They just had this one spec sheet on the E420. The E420 is scheduled to be released in Q1 of 2020, and the E720 is scheduled to be released sometime in Q2 2020. Fluence unveiled a new accessory. You can see it here, the black piece hanging just under the diodes on this light. They actually haven't named this accessory just yet. I was told that this will be sold as both a standalone item as well as bundled. They couldn't tell me much about it beyond that, and they didn't know when it was going to be released. Kavita just released at the event 2 new CMH grow lights, the Kavita Pro 315E SE as well as the Kavita Pro 630E SE. It's available with the Philips 315 watt 3100 Kelvin lamp or 4200 Kelvin lamp. More information on these grow lights linked in the description section below. Black Dog LED is currently working on a Phytomax 3. They actually had one at the event, but they wouldn't let me film it and they wouldn't tell me any details about it. The only information I have for you on this one is that the design is the same as the Phytomax 2. Lux Lighting unveiled the 645 LED Pro. 645 watts, 1800 micromoles per second ppf, 2.8 micromoles per joule efficacy. This LED grow light will be released sometime in February. Heliospectra displayed their new LED grow light called Dimitra. 650 watts, up to 2.9 micromoles per joule efficacy, and it looks like there are 3 spectrums: vegetative, flowering, and broad. This LED grow light will be released in April 2020. At the Illumina lighting booth, they had their new DE fixture. It has an output power of 1000 watts and looks like it's dimmable down to 825 watts, 750 watts, and 600 watts. They also unveiled a controller, but they didn't have a spec sheet for it, so I don't have any other information on the controller. The DE fixture will be released on December 20th, and the controller will be released sometime in January 2020. Gorilla Grow Tent is no longer selling just tents. They now have a DE fixture. This fixture, the DE Pro series, was released in November. However, I thought it was still worth mentioning in this video. The DE fixture is dimmable from 1150 watts down to 600 watts. There is also a controller that is compatible with it as well. And last but not least, Kind LED unveiled their newest LED grow light. This is the X2, or X to the second power, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It pulls 775 watts on the wall and has a 3-channel fully adjustable spectrum. I'm not sure of the release date on this one. I will link all of these grow lights in the description section below. If they haven't been released yet, I will simply put coming soon and will replace with the link when the grow light has been released. There certainly isn't an entire list of grow lights that are coming out next year. I did skip over the grow lights that were specific to commercial applications, since this channel's audience is nearly all home growers. Also, with there being over 1300 booths, I could have missed some. Either way, what do you think about these grow lights? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button and click the bell to be notified when I release a new video. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please click that thumbs up, and I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.